Day 253 of Everyday Bible with Ada Ukabia. Ezekiel chapter 43, 44, and 45. As we enter chapter 43 for today's reading, we see that powerful vision where they describe how the glory of God take enter the temple from the east. That one they very memorable because now from that same east and this same direction, now God's glory take waka, take depart, take comot from the temple because of the rebellion of Israel. In his mercy, he done the return from the same east. It remind everybody that no matter how far we don't waka, we don't fall from God's hand, he they willing to restore his presence when we repent. So they give us hope. Say the same God we withdraw because of our sin, now the same God we go return with forgiveness and renewal. We don't read about the sons of Zadok before. Today again, they can't describe, not only them, they go allowed to serve God closely. Why? Because all the other priests, they do anyhow. During the fall, during that time when the Israelites, they rebel and they misbehave and they can't catch them. Now only the sons of Zadok now then remain faithful to God when all the other priests turn aside, they worship idols. The vital truth here be say, your intimacy with God no be about position or tradition, na about how faithful you dey. God dey honor those who remain loyal to him, even when e dey unpopular. So even when others they take shortcuts, you remain faithful. God go honor your loyalty. In our lives, it means say we suppose choose integrity over compromise, knowing say God go see and he go reward our steadfastness. One major thing we must notice in today's reading now about the law of the temple, where then talks say the whole territory on the top of the mountain shall be most holy. Now clear point be that where God's presence dey, everything must reflect his holiness. Our body, our home, our place of work, anywhere where we invite the presence of God, it must show and mark his holiness. No be about all the ritual perfection what would they do. Now about living our lives, setting them apart, so that when people see them, they will see the reflection of God. How would they honest in our business? How would they pure in waiting they think? How will remain faithful in our relationships? In chapter 44, my mind just zeroed down on that part when they talk about foreigners where they uncircumcised in heart and flesh. Not just physical act. God they point to something deeper. Because circumcision was a mark of covenant. But God they also remind us that outward ritual, it means nothing if our heart remains stubborn and we they closed to him. We refuse to be open to God. To be uncircumcised in heart, it means say we they keep pride, we they rebellious, or we they hide in sin, even while appearing religious to the outside. It can't be like say you dey show up for worship, yet you refuse to allow God's truth to cut away all the corruption within inside our soul. Then we can read about the inheritance of the priests. We don't talk and during the time of Moses, these particular Levitical priests, their own inheritance na God alone, something where they greater than the land of inheritance what they give to other tribes. He tell the people, say, na me be your inheritance. Na me be your treasure. Na me be your security. So even your future no dey tied to material possession, but you get the privilege of living close to my presence. As we are the children of God, we are also called to be priests in our own generation. Our own true inheritance not be just in titles, in wealth, or any rewards, or any promotion, or any certificate what we get in this world. Now knowing that God himself is there enough for us. Now him be our provider. Now him be our guide. Now him be our own portion forever. So when we allow God to cut away all those stubbornness within for our heart, we they create room, we they make room for his presence to come live inside us. And with God's presence, him they bring peace, they bring joy, and they bring purpose. In the last chapter for today, God they give instruction how they go divide the land fairly. When they go set aside portions for the sanctuary, then go set aside portions for the priest, Then we set aside portions for the royal family, the princes, as well as the citizens, the ordinary people of Israel. Here we see justice, we see fairness in leadership. God is specifically they warn the princes, may they not oppress the people, so that they will rule with honesty and with integrity. Today's leadership, it no be like waiting and describe here. We're not supposed to be taking advantage of other people, but we're supposed to be protecting what belongs to them and making sure say everyone get their own share equally. Whether na inside your house you dey lead, abi you be leader for workplace, abi you be leader for the community, God they call each and every one of us wey dey in leadership role, make we act with fairness, humility, and care. Make we dey deal with any situation with just, and we dey reflect his kingdom values. We dey show that God's ways they bring order, they bring peace, they bring dignity to everybody in that community, in that nation, in that family, at that business place, at the workplace.